mountain to climb for St. Catherine Racers against Kingston Hummingbirds against St. Catherine Racers in this third place playoff of the Netball Jamaica Seprod Elite League. Ricardo Chambers alongside Sean Murdoch for this encounter.
Yes, Ricardo, I'm seeing that there is a change for the Hummingbirds team. They've substituted their shooter Tracy and Francis, and I'm seeing that a new shooter is on. Seems to be Tanya Thomas.
Can they find a way back, the Kingston Hummingbirds?
They can. It's still that's 1, 2, 3. Two power play shots and 2 regular shots can take them back in the game.
But at this stage, they're turning the ball over.
Yeah, and you can look at the body language. You can look at the body language on the Hummingbirds team. Seems low in energy, very low in energy, especially defensively. Defenders are pretty much walking.
Yeah, it's almost as if they don't want to be out there, the Kingston Hummingbirds.
Yeah,
this has been quite a lackluster performance.
They're looking for an early evening.
But unfortunately, you still have to play the entire time.
Yes, you do.
It's not one of those sports.
Not one of those sports. You have to play the entire time. And as I said, there's still time. So if I was coaching them, I'd be encouraging the team, because there's time enough for them to get back into this encounter. You know that the racers are making turnovers as well. Not like they're playing a perfect game. So there's still time and opportunities for them to get back into the game.
Long range effort.
So I'm interesting to see if the moving circle helps the Hummingbirds. So what it's forcing them to do now is it's forcing the defenders to also move. Abigail Linton much prefers to be playing on the body. So this is something for her this is going to be forcing her out of her comfort.
Goals the difference now for St. Catherine Racers over the Kingston Hummingbirds. And the Racers pulling further away now.
It's becoming much easier for the Racers team. Can see there's some bounce in their steps, and the Hummingbirds need to stem that flow for sure.
This has been an extremely disappointing performance so far from the Kingston Hummingbirds.
Yeah, and as I said, the Hummingbirds have the team. They have key players from the Sunshine Girls outfit who are able to bring this game back for them. Amanda is now in her preferred position. She's now at goal shooter, which is her preferred position. So we should see some difference in terms of what she's giving off. But the team just needs to lift. Still looking a little defeated in terms of how they're moving on court. Hummingbirds have also made a change of Malaysia Kelly is now playing goalkeeper. Angela Williams is now forced out to win defense.
Well, the coaches are trying to make adjustments for the players to step up and perform well.
Yeah, and even though with those forced changes, these are familiar positions to the players, so it's nothing weird or unusual. It's about the players just putting them heads down and giving of their best for their team.
Under 9 minutes to go in the third quarter. (15-26), 11 the difference. The St. Catherine Racers on easy street at the moment, and it will take something special for the Hummingbirds to turn things around. Even with that goal, a long way to go. They need many more of those.
Yeah, and this is now the third quarter, so they like said this is a championship quarter. I'm thinking that if the Hummingbirds want to have a chance, they need to at least win this quarter. So it means they need to start pegging back the goal. They don't have to catch it, catch the score all at once, but in terms of just starting to build a foundation in terms of cutting that lead for sure before the fourth quarter comes.
And then there's always a power play that can be utilized as well to cut into the lead.
Yeah, for sure. But the defenders for the Racers, I'm sure, will be keen. I'm sure Coach Nicole Aiken and Paula Thompson would be aware that that's a strong area for Amanda, and as such, the defense should be tight once a power play hits in this very crucial game. It's their last game of the season. I'm sure both teams are looking to finish strong, so the team that has the lead will be doing their best to stay ahead. (16-28). St. Catherine Racers leading by 12. So the more the score is pushed out, the more comfortable the shooter Simone Gordon looks. So if I'm the Hummingbirds team, I'd be trying to get her uncomfortable again. But with the score, in terms of how the score is going, she's looking a bit more comfortable, and so the goals are going easier for her and the Racers team.
Under 7 minutes to go. In the third quarter.
We need something special from Khadijah Williams and Adine Thomas. They need to have some form of energy for the attacking lineup to just start to get some goals back. It's a one-way street at the moment for the Racers team.
Not a lot that they have to be doing at the moment, the St. Catherine Racers. They just need to remain solid, remain composed.
Yep,
they are barely being threatened.
Finding the space easy on the court. Not a lot of defensive pressure coming at all.
Kingston Hummingbirds couldn't have been any more disappointing than they've been in this contest.
I'm sure the players and coaches, especially the coaches, I'm sure they'll be very disappointed. Great to see Margaret back coaching in our league. I'm sure this is not the way she would have wanted it to go in terms of the performance that the team is putting out.
Under 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. St. Catherine Racers well clear of the Kingston Hummingbirds. The lead up to 13 now.
Yeah, I think the Racers players are running almost unmarked in most cases. A lot of uncontested passes. Passes are really started. You're seeing contest on the ball once it gets into the circle, but outside the circle it's pretty much going too easy. So you're having some missed shots from the Hummingbirds as well, and the ball transitions easily through court.
Another one for the Hummingbirds, 18 to 30. They have cut the deficit to 12, but
they're getting close to the power play as well, Ricardo. So let's see if the Hummingbirds will keep, or not keep, will start a fire once the power play hits.
They've struggled to get the ball in the circle with any consistency as we get the power play going, and it's the Racers who have possession of the ball at the start of the power play.
Missed shot from Simone. She finishes.
18 to 31. St. Catherine Racers lead under 2:40 to go in the third quarter. Can the Hummingbirds get something going here?
Alright, so we could tell, right, we're seeing that Amanda is now positioning herself in the power play area.
Being beautifully marked, and she'll be looking for those big shots. Amanda Pinkney nails that beautifully. Just what the Hummingbirds need.
Just what they need. I'm hoping it's not too late. They need some more balls. They need to get more. They need to win balls now to give the team more opportunities.
Yeah, so that should be 20 to 31.
It should be 20 to 31. That was a 2-point shot just now.
They don't need to get too flustered, the St. Catherine Racers, as they put another one away, 32 to 20.
Yeah, they're taking the one. They're just keeping the scoreboard ticking over.
Yeah, you have a massive advantage. No need to panic. It's just one shot.
Yep. And the defense is tighter on Amanda, but she gets back into the circle.
Yeah, the fact that they know exactly what Amanda wants to do should make life a little bit more easier to mark her. But here she comes with another opportunity. Oh, that one rolls out.
It's a throw-in, so they still have possession. She's starting low. I'm not sure why. I'd be looking to start closer to. I'd want her starting closer to the 2-point area. Oh, but here's a plan. Okay, here's a plan. That was a very good play.
Can't convert though.
No, and the Hummingbird, the Racers team give it like they're walking, so they're giving they want the time to run off as quickly as possible. Less opportunities for Amanda to take the twos.
Under a minute to go in the third quarter. St. Catherine Racers in possession.
Alright, so finally we're seeing that they're stalling the St. Catherine Racers team on attack, and that's good.
But this is smart play from St. Catherine Racers.
Yeah.
The longer they hold the ball, less time it will be for the Kingston Hummingbirds if they ever get possession.
Poor pass. And the double was also on Simone, so I would not have gone there for that pass.
What can the Hummingbirds do here? They want to find Pinkney in that sweet spot to shoot for two.
The defenders are doing a good job. They're keeping Pinkney. If you look at Abigail and Pinkney, she's not giving her any breathing space.
Oh, this is good marking. Fabulous defending from the St. Catherine Racers.
And they're just out of time.
And they're well out of time. Perfect, but they have been significantly better.
Yes, they have, and I'm looking at the bench there, and I'm seeing Coach Marvitt giving the team a strong talk. Tracy is still off. They're staying with the short lineup for shooters, still choosing to have a moving circle.
Ball given away right off the bat by the St. Catherine Racers. Can the Hummingbirds build something here? Oh no.
That's what I told you about Simone's defense as a goal shooter. She does that best of all the goal shooters that we have in the league this year.
Which is great, but shooters are there to shoot.
Yes. Yes.
Just like that from Zaldi Green.
Yep, Zaldi is a standout for her team this season. Really impressive in terms of the volume and the work that she does outside. So Tracy is actually back on. So it's Amanda that's getting a breather.
The defense opened up on that occasion like a can of beans, and Tracy and Francis was there all alone inside the circle to put that one away. 33-21. That's a range I just feel Gordon should be confident shooting from, but she wasn't.
Yeah.
And Zonda Green tucks another one away. 34-21.
So that should be a point blank range for Simone Gordon. I'm not sure why she's offloading, and she should be more confident to shoot now with the fact that she's up by this large amount of goals.
Yeah, the ball getting into both circles comfortably now. Let's see if the Hummingbirds can put some pressure on. Green.
Reset option used. The pass wasn't going anywhere at all. Nice work from Shanika Jones.
Too many passes that give the opposition a 50-50 chance of getting the ball.
Absolutely. And the more passes you make, the more options to defend, more chances the defenders have of getting an intercept. And so once you get into the circuit, or you ought to be looking at this shooting, the pole.
Yeah, but the Hummingbirds not taking advantage. Even that last one got away with it, but
Yep.
it
Absolutely.
definitely gave the Hummingbirds a chance at the intercept, or at least a deflection.
Correct.
Gordon scores.
That pass was not the best pass either. Really should have been taken by Kelly. Needed more height.
35-22. The lead is now 13. Not looking good for the Hummingbirds as they get the ball into Tracy and Francis. Francis just unable to put that one away from distance, and now, and I say distance, but it really wasn't that far out.
It wasn't cleaned up by Tanya Thomas there. Interestingly, this is Tanya's first game, so she's coming at a crucial time and giving her team some goals.
A little bit more energy coming from the Kingston Hummingbirds in this final quarter, but is it a little too late? 36-23, 13 the difference.
Might be late. That's 13. So the energy is there, but they're not cutting into the score at all. So it means it's even harder once a power play hits. So if they plan to do any damage, it needs to start now. I'm assuming they're resting Amanda until the power play period hits. Let's see if that's the case.
6 that one. 24-36.
Tanya Thomas unbothered, going about her business. So it could be a case could be one of two things. Either she's just a confident player, or the score is so far that she's just in her own world and enjoying the game.
It's one of those things, you come on, you're 12-13 points behind. You can't do much worse than what's already on the scoreboard, so might as well relax and enjoy the moment.
So it could be that for sure. As I said, it's her first game. Good to see her out there. This is the highest level that we play locally. So if you're getting a chance here, it means you're on the right path.
Was on partnering with Amanda Pinkney. Now she partners Tracy and Francis.
Correct.
In the final quarter.
So that ball was taken, that ball was deflected by Abigail Linton. So what Tracy had never did is that she never did what we call a snatch on the pass. So the quicker you pull that ball out of the air, the less chance the defenders would have of even making a deflection. But she allowed it casually to go through, and the defender got a touch on it.
25-36. Hummingbirds possession, a chance to cut the lead, the deficit to 10.
Interrupted by Shanika Johnson, nicknamed Bolt. I'm not sure why, but her nickname is Bolt. I'm not sure if she's a sprinter on the track.
Let's see if she does anything Bolt-like.
Right, so their defenders are working hard. Almost by Evangeline Williams. So what I'd want to see now from the Racers team, once the power play hits, just to give the fans something exciting to cheer about, is for them to go for some twos. I feel like the game is already won based on the body language of the Hummingbirds team.
37-25. 9 minutes to go in the final quarter. 9 minutes to go in the match. This is set to pass for the team in blue, St. Catherine Racers.
Still a lot of time, still an opportunity to come back, but they need to show it in terms of their play on court. And as I say, the body language just tells that we're just here, not trying to win the game. And they have the manpower to do it. So let's see if they can convert this turnover.
This is the third time this season these teams have met. The Racers beat the Hummingbirds 48-45 in the first match. The Hummingbirds got the better of the Racers 42-35 in the second match. Both those matches quite competitive. This one very much one-sided.
Yeah, and in terms of the overall season for these teams, it was up to the last game. We're unsure of the Orchids got through early. Not Orchids, sorry, the Spurs got through early. But on the last day of the preliminary round, we're unsure as to which of the three teams would have gone through to join the Spurs.
Yeah, the Orchids had a big win over the Manchester Spurs that gave them a chance.
Absolutely.
And then their spot secured after the Hummingbirds beat the Racers. Just what the Orchids had ordered.
Yep, and then the good thing for the Orchids there is that the team that actually won the Racers and the Hummingbirds was the team that had the negative goal difference. So that also played into the hands of the Orchids.
That made the difference, really.
It did, because they both finished at 9, but it's the goal difference that made the difference. So you're spot on. Is that lifting the energy for the Hummingbirds? Let's see.
38-25, 13 the difference. The fat lady is clearing her throat now.
I think so too. I'd still want, what I'd want to see from our league at this level, I'd want to see like some sustained defense. I think we're on and off, and really not what we want, especially when we have most of these girls who are in the squad trying to prepare for the World Cup. There is no time off when we play against the top oppositions around the world, so I'd want the players to get into that sense of being consistent on defense, and also for the players who are attacking to be working through consistently being defended. So that's something we need to look at. Certainly at this level, I prefer we're seeing more of that kind of defense.
Disappointingly one-sided this one, and the St. Catherine Racers closer to securing the third place playoff. I suspect they decided to go for a one-off game because you wouldn't want a situation where the third place playoff goes to game 3 while the final doesn't.
Correct. We can see one of the former assistant coaches, Annette Daly, in the stands. She was a Fast 5 coach last year.
The crowd building as well. Many fans would be leaving work just about 5 o'clock.
Yep. And I'm sure they're probably now focused on just waiting on the finals to start.
Yeah.
They're probably reading the players' body language as well and thinking that the fat lady, as you said, is about to hit the stage.
Yeah. The final minutes of this third place playoff coming up. Remember, Manchester Spurs to take on St. Anne Orchids in the first of 3 matches. I think the suggestion is that the fat lady sings best.
Oh, okay. So Malaysia is contesting from behind. I need some more movement, in terms of leg work to get in front. Always strong on the rebound, Malaisha Kelly.
Just looking at the statistics earlier and realizing that only one shooter in the Elite League this season has shot at 90%, and that's Chantel Slater. So that would be a little bit concerning, I would say. Mind you, we are fortunate enough to have some of the best shooters in the world who are not part of the Elite League, who play professionally in Australia. Shimona Nelson, Janelle Fowler, Ramelda Aiken.
Yeah, and those girls in particular, Shimona and Janelle, they may have missed only, I don't think either of the two of them have missed 3 goals in total for the season so far. Ramelda would have missed a few, but she usually misses hers at the start of the game. But then because of the volume, she builds as the game progresses. And she's usually getting back those rebounds as well.
Well, one for the Racers.
So getting deflections, we need to convert those deflections to intercepts.
Just about 5 minutes to go in this encounter.
That's a good save by Simone. Wasn't the best of pass. Probably it was a better pass, but her positioning made it look like it was a wayward pass.
I think tonight we have seen exactly why the shooting percentages have been so low in this competition. So many of the shooters down in the mid 60s, mid 70s, which you definitely don't want. You could probably take mid 80s.
Yeah, absolutely. 80s for sure. The top shooters, as you said, Janelle, and even though they've only missed a few, the other shooters that plays in those leagues around the world, they're shooting very high, all the teams. So that's something that we really need to work on improving.
Janelle Fowler is exceptional. You're almost shocked when she doesn't shoot 100% these days.
Yes. And everybody's as well, because it's like it's expected that she's gonna score 100. So once it's a miss, it's like, whoa.
At the Commonwealth Games last year, she was magnificent.
Yeah, both shooters actually for us. I think they were, in terms of accuracy, they were probably 1 and 2. Shimona had a higher average percentage than Janelle, but Shimona played less minutes.
Just over 3 minutes to go in the contest. St. Catherine Racers leading 39-27 over the Kingston Hummingbirds.
Errant pass.
And they haven't even hummed well today. The Birds have struggled from the get-go.
Yep, they have.
And with the exception of a 2 or 3 minute period midway the first quarter.
Correct.
It has really been a no contest.
They're now in the power play, but Amanda is off. She got a knock early in the game, or early in this quarter rather, and so she's on the bench now with an ice pack on her face.
Altania Thomas comes up big for them with
a 2-pointer.
A 2-pointer.
Yep. It says now at 10. Still time enough. But they have to maintain possession of the ball.
You're an optimistic fellow. No way they get even close.
They can, Ricardo. Let's go. So if they score this one, it's 8.
I just love your optimism.
All right, let's go. All right.
Absolutely
all right.
love
I'm
your
on your
optimism.
side now. I'm on your side. They've given me reason to change my mind, like in 10 seconds.
Yeah, they just haven't played well enough today.
No, they haven't. They haven't at all. It's interesting.
You don't just miraculously turn those things around when you've been as off as they have. It's difficult.
Yeah, and the clock keeps going.
St. Catherine Racers hit the 40 mark. And inch closer to third.
Alright, so the birds are still trying. Here comes Amanda. Now, if I were coaching the races, I'll just tell my team to hold the ball. Just work the clock.
Ball management. But I think they know there is no way they lose from here, no matter what they do. Under a minute and a half to go. The Hummingbirds have given up.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. So that pass should have gone to Simone in that same space. Where she landed is where the first pass should have gone to her.
Simone Gordon looks tired. She's played the duration of this match.
Yes, she has. And she would have taken some pounding. Evangeline Williams plays on the body. So that's a lot of, like, when you're playing with a defender who is on your body, it takes more out of you in terms of energy.
Under 30 seconds to go in this contest.
And
Hummingbirds with possession.
Defense. Yep, they have played tight defense. They were in a box or a zone just now, and they were unable to penetrate. The Hummingbirds were.
The horn about to go. Can Simone Gordon finish with a goal? She sure can. And the St. Catherine Racers finish well.
Yeah, that's it.
They secure third.